Money trees ain't just about green, it's about roots, branches, and building a team. Protect what you plant, let the next gen eat. This is real talk, where the hustle meets the beat.
Hey, no, it's deeper than the chains and the fame fan. DJ Universe, Zygos in the game plan. Clone wars, but the knowledge, that's the real clone. Blueprints get passed down like a family home. From basements to boardrooms, beats to trust funds. Rap royalties to assets, we touch funds. Talking about a legacy, not just a check. On your master, son. Don't sell your respect. Financial lit in the cipher, breaking bread with the wise. Street smart meets Wall Street. Watch the empire rise, not just bars. It's a balance sheet anthem every episode. Get a jewel, then stand on it.
Secret hip-hop meets the hustle. For generational wealth, pass it down right off. Or they pass away broke. Or they pass away broke.
Money trees ain't just about green, it's about roots, branches, and building a team. Protect what you plant, let the next gen eat. This is real talk, where the hustle meets the beat.
Spinoff with DJ Universe and Dangerous Zygos. The Clone Wars spinoff with DJ Universe and Dangerous Zygos.
Money trees ain't just about green, it's about roots, branches, and building a team. Protect what you plant, let the next gen eat. This is real talk, where the hustle meets the beat.
The Clone Wars spinoff with DJ Universe and Dangerous Zygos.
Peace. Y'all already know what this is. Money Trees, the Clone Wars spinoff, where the game gets deep and the legacy gets deeper. I'm your host, DJ Universe, making power moves over program poverty all day. And right next to me, the man with the master plans, Dangerous Zygos.
Peace, family. Glad to be back. So y'all heard us break down music, ownership, the whole nine. But today, man, this might be the episode folks replay. Because, listen, a single policy can literally put commas in your family's net worth. We're giving out the blueprint, not the winning lottery numbers.
For real, here's what I keep asking artists and entrepreneurs. What if you could grab $1 million bag for your family for like $100 to $300 a month? Legit, not hustle, not scam. That's what a whole life insurance policy does. For that premium, you're locking in $1 million payout. It's tax-free too. The whole family comes up when, well, it's not about dying, but it's peace if the worst happens.
That's the thing, Universe. Too many folks think life insurance is just about final expenses, but it's not. It's buying your family time. It's planting seeds that turn to forests. Out here, the wealthy see insurance like the foundation on a skyscraper. It's how the empire keeps moving, no matter what happens to the founder. You feel?
I mean, you gotta look at who's playing chess and who's playing checkers. Families with money. They got insurance on everyone. Parents, kids, business partners, using it as a long game. We talked before about building assets, but this is like an invisible asset. The payout can be life-changing if you set it up right.
Yeah, and I seen it in the CEO trenches, quiet as kept. I know folks, trust fund babies, real ones who owe their entire head start to a life insurance policy. It's not loud, but it's powerful. This ain't what they talk about at barbershops, but it's how wealth survives wars, pandemics, anything.
So, let's say somebody didn't get that $1 million indexed or whole life, whatever. But if your policy just says, pay it all to my daughter or whoever, you got a problem. That payout goes through probate. Man, I seen families waiting years, dealing with drama. Sometimes the money never lands where it should.
Yeah, if your people's got to go through probate, the system's taking a bite and family beef pops up. But check it, make your revocable living. Trust the beneficiary, not a person. Now that $1 million drops straight into the trust. Nobody freezing the funds. No one can wild out with it.
Think of the trust as a rule book for your wealth. You decide who gets what, when, and how. You can set it up so no one goes blowing a bag the day after you're gone. You can even delay payouts, protect it from debt collectors. It keeps the dough in the bloodline.
It's like a generational GPS guiding your wealth to the destinations you picked out. And I'm not just talking taxes. Sometimes it's about protecting the legacy from people making impulsive moves. Man, I've seen families have their inheritance tied up in courts for years. If the artist had set up a trust, whole different story. Money'd be working for the heirs instead of collecting dust on some lawyer's desk.
Here's where it gets wild. When folks talk life insurance, they forget about the living benefit side. Like, if you got a permanent policy, like a whole life or indexed universal life, you don't even have to die for it to hit. You can borrow against the cash value of that policy, tax-free, no credit check. Straight up, you're your own banker.
That's a favorite move for the wealthy universe. They'll put up the policy as collateral, then pull out loans to fund whatever businesses, tuition, real estate, you name it. And if you set it up right, that money's yours while the policy stays intact. You can even pay it back on your timetable. There's nothing like being the bank, man. Think about it. You need a loan. You don't got to ask, no gatekeeper, check no credit, and the IRS stays out your business.
And it ain't just policies. If you got a trust stacked with liquid assets or even real estate, you can borrow from your own trust, like you're a legacy banker. I've seen artists fund new moves this way instead of begging for label advances or handouts. Their own family trust, acting like a line of credit, but the wealth stays in the ecosystem.
That's what flips the script. You can create extra income, expand the empire without losing ownership or falling into debt traps. That's next level. I ain't saying it's magic, but you really are bending the rules that keep most folks stuck chasing a check.
All right, let's paint the picture, DZ. Suppose you borrow $100,000 from your trust, maybe from the policy's cash value. You take that $100,000, buy a duplex, and now what? Those tenants paying rent. That money repays the trust loan plus stacks more for the family pot. We talking assets that feed the family, not just today, but the next decade too.
Yeah, and that duplex, it sits in the trust, not in your personal name. So you skip probate, skip infighting, skip the mess. Your grandkids collecting those rent checks and the original investments still working. That's how you recycle money, turning a loan into a legacy that cuts checks every month. It reminds me, you remember that grandma who took a policy loan and bought a fourplex? Her grandkids now, they're eating good off those rent checks, rental income coming in like clockwork. That's the money trees in real life.
That's the key. You could start small with something manageable, but as long as you keep it in the trust, you're not just making investment moves. You're protecting your legacy, keeping the wealth locked in, and avoiding probate drama. That right there, that's ownership level 2.0.
Let's talk next chapter. Not everyone wants to jump into real estate. Maybe you want a different kind of cash flow. So use trust money to buy into a franchise. I seen folks grab a fast food spot, laundromat, vending machine setup because it's a plug and play business. Marketing done, customers already lined up, systems built in. You don't got to build nothing from scratch.
Yeah, think about it. The franchise is a system, not a job. You step in, collect the checks, pay for management, keep it moving. The wealthy don't always start new businesses. They buy existing proven ones. And again, put it in the trust. Keeps liabilities away from your family and keeps the tax man from taking extra bites. I seen a mogul with more burger joints than hit records, all in his trust. Quiet wealth, but serious power.
And that's how you get high reliability with low touch. If folks knew how many hip-hop legends made more from franchises than ticket sales, man, your whole mindset would shift. Like, it's all about business done right, moving silent, stacking real assets behind the scenes.
That's why I keep telling people, it don't have to sound sexy to print checks. You want income that survives anything? Buy systems, keep it in the trust. That's the long game. Let's give them the real structure, DZ. Here's the method. Seed is your life insurance, soil is your trust, water is the loan you pull, and fruit is the real estate or the franchise you buy. That's the cycle, right?
Exactly. Insurance plants the seed, trust holds the soil, loans water the legacy, and investments are the fruit that keep feeding. And the myth is that you got to be ultra rich to do this. But honestly, I've seen folks start with $200 a month. No inheritance, no crazy portfolio, just the discipline to start and the vision to protect what you build.
If you got a couple hundred a month in time, you can set this up. Don't play yourself thinking it's too complicated. Just start by calling a financial advisor, estate attorney. Ask them how to design a basic policy with a trust. We talked about it in episode 4, how setting up protective moves early is key. You can't skip this step if you want real wealth transfer.
And don't let anybody tell you you're too broke. Usually folks are just uninformed, not out the game. That's why we run this podcast, to demystify the wealth blueprint so you can get out of struggle mode and into ownership mode. It's accessible if you want it.
Let's bring it home, DZ. It's not just the money, it's the systems you build. One smart move, like a policy and a trust, can literally keep your kids and grandkids winning. But you gotta be intentional. Stop chasing quick cash. Start chasing legacy. You borrow against your own policy, use it to build more income. That's multiplying moves right there.
That's legacy in motion, universe. Folks think it's risky, but the real risk is not planning at all. If you flip your policy, use trust loans, invest in assets, that's how you set up generational tables long after you're gone. The wealthy do this all day. They sleep while their policies work, their trusts work, their real estate works, and it's all by design, not luck.
Look, I'm not just saying this as an idea. My own family, first time we got a policy, it literally changed how we thought about wealth. Suddenly, we had something that wasn't just for emergencies. It built confidence, unity. That's the blueprint. You can't repeat old cycles. You design a fresh one for your last name.
That's facts. You get the policy, you start the trust, you plant the seed, and let that tree branch out across generations. Your moves today can feed folks you'll never meet, but your name still echoes.
So, if you made it here, you just heard step by step how to turn a small monthly premium into multi-generational wealth. This isn't the wealth game they hype up on social. This is the stuff you keep in the family vault.
And if you move consistent, build real structure, and tap in with the pros, you'll build something your great-grandkids brag about. Don't let another year go by on autopilot. Call an advisor, hit up an estate attorney, and get your playbook right.
We appreciate y'all for tapping into another episode of Money Trees. Stay locked in and keep planting those seeds. DZ, always a pleasure building with you, brother.
Same to you, Universe. This is what it's about. Own everything. Stay focused. Stay fed. Peace.
We'll be back real soon with more plays. Until next time, keep climbing and building from those planted seeds. Peace.
Triple H. Triple H.L. We the light in the veil, leaf full of legends that be breaking the spell. Down by law, yeah, the mission prevail. Mic in my fist like I'm swinging for braille. Triple H, yeah, this ain't fiction to tell. Real is rising, we ain't built to derail. Every rhyme coded like a message in braille. It's that call to the lost from the ones who won't fail. Let's go. They call me DJ U, not just spinning the wax. Architecting while I'm flipping the facts. League of my own, but I'm never detached. Triple H.L. and the cape stay strapped. Started with a vision, now we building a pack. Mayhem brought the fire, Zygos brought the axe. Calvin see the world with that bling well tack. And Universe been beats like time collapse. This ain't no gimmick, this is purpose and growth. Bar for bar, I baptize quotes. Move like monks with a message they want. In the game full of clout, I still aim for the soul. Let me break it down, mayhem. Move militant chaos to clarity. Right with a blade, got verse for disparity. Used to be wild, now we channel that energy. Script for the youth like a verbal therapy.
Then there's Zygos, dangerous by name and by practice. Raps like revolutions, wisdom on axis. Move through the matrix when knowledge is atlas. Freeing all minds from the corporate distractions. Calvin bling well, style sharp as a lens. Turn pain into portraits with a pad and a pen. See the light in the struggle, got a gift to ascend. He don't just see through, we see where it been. Then there's DJ Universe, turntables cosmic. Crack open rhythms like the vinyl's a prophet. From the loop to the stars, he connecting the logic. Dropping jewels in the static while the bassline knocking, yeah. This the Hero League, not a rap click gimmick. Every track laid down like a vow, no limit. Legacy's the mission, ain't no fame in the sentence. We make conscious kinetic, not passive or steady here. I seen system fail, but the spirit stay floating. Took trauma and wrote it, now the anthem stay quoting. Triple H shell, we the force that's awoken. Spoke for the voices, now the silence is broken. Every bar blueprint, every rhyme is a key. From the cipher to the streets, we designing the free. No saviors, just builders, laying bricks on the beat. To the youth, write their names where the legends repeat. Triple H shell, we the light in the veil. League full of legends that be breaking the spell. Down by law, yeah, the mission prevails. Mic in my fist like I'm swinging for bread. Triple H, yo, this ain't fiction to tell. Real ones rising, we ain't built to derail. Yeah, every rhyme coded like a message in braille. This that call to the lost from the ones who won't fail. Triple H shell. Yeah. Triple H shell. Triple H shell. This ain't fiction to tell.